big fan of the show. Watching when Josh Johnson was on. I love what you guys do, and I appreciate you guys taking time to listen to your fans and their issues. Right now, I am in a very crazy situation. My fiance gave birth to my youngest child on August 17th.
You get the
I have a child from a previous relationship who's 5 years old. His mother decided she wanted to move to Rochester, New Jersey. Rochester, New York. I live in New Jersey. He essentially moved 6 hours away. My son, who's 5 years old, chose to live with me. My current situation, which is my fiance, does not like any communication between me and my oldest son's mother, which puts me in a predicament because I'm not actually against my oldest son's mother. And
that's a big problem.
I'm trying to navigate this situation as best as I can, but my oldest son's mother is not here. And my fiance is here, and she is stepping up tenfold with my son.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest son's mother is not a bad person. She just can't get her shit together. And I was friends with her for a long time throughout our relationship. It was not a bad breakup. It was very civil. Is it wrong of me to cut communication with her completely to protect the feelings of my fiance, who is completely against her? I understand people are allowed to feel how they feel, and my fiance is completely against the idea that I have some sort of open communication with my oldest son's mom, but I'm being put in the middle of a situation that I really don't agree with, but I have to kind of accept to where she is here. She is putting in the time, and she is developing a relationship with my son that his mom's not doing. I don't know how to navigate this situation right now, and I just would like some advice on how I should go about it in this very predicament. You guys are the best. I love the podcast. I love the stand-up, and hopefully you guys hear this.
Interesting. It's an interesting situation. I mean, like, and I think you have better insight on this, like, because you have a kid.
I was already putting myself in his shoes.
Yeah. What's your? I'm curious your take immediately, because I have some thoughts, but you've kind of lived similar situations.
Well, my first thoughts always are what's best for the kids,
right?
Not what's best for you, the mom, or whoever else comes in after. It's always what's best for the kids. Sounds like cutting your child's mother off means you're not going to get access to that child anymore either. So you're not just cutting her off.
Well, no, though, because from what I understand, it's his kid is he has custody of his kid with his ex, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is the thing I'm confused about, right?
But there's another kid that she has, right?
No, there's another kid with his new fiance is pregnant, right, Eldis?
He's got a child from a previous relationship.
Yeah.
But no, I know that's the one that's living with him now, because his wife moved.
Did I misunderstand? I thought he had two kids, one with the ex and one with him, but they're both theirs.
Yes, he has the 5-year-old with the
the ex.
Yeah, and then he's got this baby with the fiance.
And he's got a baby with the fiance.
Oh, so the kid
is living with him.
Okay.
So my question.
Oh, well then Then never mind. I misunderstood. I was thinking mom's got this one, so you're going to lose access to this kid. It's always best with kid. Well, hold on, though. That's that kid's mom.
That's what I'm saying.
That's that kid's mom. So, no, I am fully against the fiance's philosophy on, keeping it like this. No, you can't bring anybody else in that's going to alienate, because not only are you cutting her off, then you're cutting off this child's access to their mom. I mean, I know there's Facebook and all that shit later, but those early years, I mean, that's important. Like, and I know that she says, but that's the kid's mom. Like, I don't think you fucking fuck with that.
I mean, I think he's clearly left stuff out where he says she can't get her shit together. That's clue number one. Clue number two is that the kid is living with him. Like, I mean, you got to be a mess.
This is my mom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's like you got to be a mess to lose to not have any custody. So then my question is like, So legally, his mom doesn't have to see him at all. Then she must be a real mess, right? Because you would assume your fiance couldn't say, I don't want anything to do with this person, because you would assume court ordered she would have some visitation rights. So I think we're getting this guy's an unreliable narrator a little bit. I think he might be, and he clearly has some affection for his ex. And like, the situation might be worse than he's letting on, right? It might be worse than like, oh, she just can't get her shit together. Like, don't you legally have to get some visitation for the parent?
No.
Like, she doesn't have to see him? Like, his mom doesn't necessarily have to
Not
see him?
unless they went to court and she
Right.
fought for that and wanted that, and the court said you have it. But
so if it's just, if they never went to
here's the
court-
beautiful thing: any parent at any time they want can just fucking leave.
I guess you're right.
They really can.
I guess you're right.
They really can, and a lot of them fucking do.
So basically, the fiance's like, she fucking left you.
Yes.
She kind of abandoned you with this kid. I don't want this person has made her decision. We're raising the kid. I have no problem. And she's
I've
clearly
stepped up
the nice
tenfold.
thing is she clearly has no problem with that. I do feel like we're missing the context of why, because he said his kid chose, which again is a 5-year-old didn't want his mom. It's a big problem.
I guess you know what? Now hearing all of it and getting it straight, I would say this: the mother, you don't need to be in contact with her, but what you can say is you can talk to your son and see your son whenever you'd like. He's right here. You don't need to be buddies with her. And then you put the onus on her to say,
someone's got
hey,
to fucking.
I'd like to see my kid.
Yeah, I guess that's
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying we don't need to chit chat back and forth and be bros.
Sure.
This is my daughter's mother and I. We are what we call professional. Hey, I'd like to FaceTime Stella. Great.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her this, whatever. Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
But if you were non-existent and this person came in and said, hey, I'm doing all this shit, I don't like you being buddy-buddy with that lady, but I don't think I would. I think I would meet halfway on if she wants to be a part of this kid's life, she can, but you guys don't need to be bros.
I think that's fair. And I think but I do think that's my one criticism. Again, not knowing everything. The one thing I would say to his fiance is like, there has to be some room for this woman being a part of her son's life.
Yes.
Even if she's a fuck up, even if whatever, it's like, if she wants to, you kind of have to, I think it's just the right thing to do to let a parent have some part in their kid's life. Again, unless there's more context we're missing. Like, did she fucking nod off on fucking heroin, leave the kid in a hot car for 9 hours?
or
Then
drinking and driving with the kid in the car.
Then maybe the fiance has a point, right? But if it's just, look, she's just kind of a fuck up. She knew the kid would be better off with him than with her. She's moving to a cheaper place to kind of, hopefully she can figure her shit out. If she gets her shit sort of together and wants to be a part of the kid's life, you kind of have to fucking let her.
No doubt.
And so but then how does he navigate it? Like, it's not the kind of thing where he can draw this hard line with his fiance, because he also has a kid with her. So he is in a fucked up place, because what if she says, I don't care. I don't want this bitch in my life at all. Then you're really, really fucked. And then it's like, I don't know what I would do if she drew that hard line. I'm going to hope that's not the case. And I would hope that, if anything, you just advocate for not your ex, but for your kid, and say, look, I understand everything you're saying, and you have this incredible relationship with him, but he deserves some relationship with his mom, and we have to figure that out. And it's like, we can put some stipulations on it. Like you said, I don't have to be buddy-buddy with her. And I think that's true. You have to show that you're at least hearing her and saying, like, fine. Because she also might be...
He might also be kicking her a little bit of money that's pissing her off, too. You never know what really is going on, yes.
And on my hunches, it's a little bit of pragmatism, and it's a little bit of... He's talking about this person in some pretty glowing terms, given the situation. Like, he's really nice to her. And like, we've never heard this perspective on this about someone's ex who can't get her shit together. It's always like, this fucking bitch fucked my son's life up. This guy's like, hey, I mean, imagine how good the pussy was. You know, like, I mean, that's Occam's razor when it all comes back to.
Same with the shit, like, the girl living downstairs.
It's like
the best sex they ever had in their life.
If I had to
move
bet
away from it.
who fucks better, the new girl or the old girl who's insane and had to move to Rochester, I know where my money is, right? So I think she probably has a legitimate, like, there's something weird about them. You know what I mean? Like, it might be the kind of relationship where if he wasn't in a serious relationship with somebody else, he would just fuck her. And it wouldn't mean anything. They're just friends who, like, they had this history, but they're like, they fall into that weird, like, you know, maybe they have a J-Lo Ben Affleck thing going where they just have a natural chemistry they fall into, whatever. But so you have to, whatever your fiance's like fears or what she doesn't want to happen, you have to show that you are hearing her out. And you're like, look, I will not have any day-to-day contact with this woman. It will be strictly organizing, business. Like, yes. You can visit him, or you can even, you know, what's her family situation? Is there a family go-between you can have? Whatever it is, I think you have to do that. But short of that, I think you listen to your fiance. But I just don't think, like, it would morally, you can, even if someone's a piece of shit, if they're making some kind of effort to see their kid, you don't have to let them do it they can't just drop in whenever, but, like, you know, you should, in a perfect world, this kid gets to have his biological and his stepmom in his life, right? Like, that would be ideal. And so you just have to have room in whatever understanding you have between your fiance and yourself, that is a possibility. But it's I mean, I'm not going to lie, it is a delicate thing to thread. You just have to make her feel like she's being heard, but also, you know, and making it clear it's not about this ex, it's about the kid.
Yeah, and that she's safe with you and everything. Everything's good. Totally. Like, this lady's not a threat to our relationship, to my child, none of it.
Yeah, maybe set a date, Chief. Maybe let's drop the fiance title and let's move on to wife. That might do wonders for this fucking discussion.
Right there.